The summer sun beat down on Karen Lane, a quiet suburban street where neatly trimmed lawns hid simmering tensions. Dr. Aisha Thompson, a city planner with a PhD and a decade of shaping urban landscapes, stepped out of her office, her briefcase heavy with blueprints for a new community park. Her presence, confident and unapologetic, always turned heads, sometimes for the wrong reasons. Today, trouble found her in the form of Greg and Linda, self-styled HOA patrol officers, armed with nothing but arrogance and a clipboard. It started with a shout. "You don't belong here." Greg's voice cracked across the street, his finger jabbing toward Aisha. Linda, clutching a phone already recording, echoed, "This is private property." Aisha froze, her heart pounding not from fear but from the absurdity. She'd faced this before, suspicion cloaked in rules, prejudice dressed as protocol. But today the stakes felt higher. A crowd began to form, neighbors drawn by the commotion, their murmurs a mix of curiosity and judgment. "I work here," Aisha said, her voice steady but sharp. She gestured to the city planning office behind her, its sign clearly visible. "I'm Dr. Thompson, senior planner." Greg scoffed, his face reddening. "Likely story. We've had break-ins. You're trespassing." Linda chimed in, "Show us ID or we're calling the cops." The accusation stung, each word a deliberate cut. Aisha's hand tightened around her briefcase. She could feel the crowd's eyes, some sympathetic, others skeptical, all waiting for her to falter. The confrontation escalated as Greg stepped closer, his tone venomous. "People like you think you can just waltz in here." The implication hung heavy, unspoken but clear. Aisha's jaw clenched. She'd spent years proving her worth, grad school, late nights, countless presentations, only to be reduced to a stereotype on her own turf. "This is my office," she repeated, louder now, her voice carrying the weight of every time she'd been doubted. "Check the records. I designed half this neighborhood." The crowd stirred. A young man, phone raised, shouted, "She's telling the truth." But Greg and Linda doubled down, their authority crumbling into desperation. Linda dialed 911, her voice trembling with faux urgency. Aisha stood her ground, her eyes locked on Greg's, daring him to see her really see her. The air crackled with tension, a collision of power, privilege, and pride. Minutes later, a police car rolled up. The officer, a seasoned woman named Ruiz, listened as Linda rambled about suspicious activity. Aisha calmly handed over her city ID, her credentials undeniable. Ruiz's eyes flickered with recognition. She'd worked with Aisha on a zoning project. The truth unraveled fast. Greg and Linda's faces drained of color as Ruiz confirmed Aisha's role. The crowd erupted, some cheering, others whispering shame. But Aisha felt no victory. The humiliation, the doubt, it lingered like a bruise. As Greg and Linda slunk away, Aisha returned to her office, her blueprints untouched but her spirit heavier. She'd won, but at what cost? The neighborhood she'd helped build had judged her before knowing her. The park she envisioned, a place for unity, now felt like a distant dream. What does justice look like when trust is broken? How do we heal a community divided by snap judgments?